Hey there, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. Welcome to your full moon eclipse in Taurus video. You are first up. You're the first one. I want to not be banging the camera. You are the first one up. So let's see what this eclipse is bringing to conclusion. A cycle that began something that you focused on, something you planted a seed of intention in during April 22nd at that new moon, April 22nd of 2022. I'm sorry, of 2020. So 2.5 years ago. Is that correct? Yeah, 2.5 years ago. Something probably to do with your career. So because if you are a rising sign in Leo, this is most likely happening in your fourth house of home. It could be something because you were at home, home-based idea. You were like, either I really like working at home or I never want to work at home again. However that worked. Ooh. So we're going to use the 9-card spread to kind of see where we're going with this. And we're using Ciro Marchetti cards, a lot of them. This is fascinating. Oh my God, Leo, it's about time. All right, it's about time. Okay, so an eclipse is always about big movement forward, a big release. And it always feels, doesn't always, but it does right now. In your energy, it feels like this big, you know, when it's like the combustion and it pushes something forward, it sends, you know, as it releases, it sends something forward. It's a big movement forward. You have the ship. So in the area of your career path, we have this serious energy moving forward. I want to actually get all the cards out before I get too much into the reading because I want to be really sure what's going on here, although you do have luck on your side and it does feel to you, you feel like it's a little risky, this goal, this hope, this dream, this something that you got going on here. So let's go ahead and just pull the clarifiers so that I know what's happening. To give you a much better, wow, reading. You have a commitment. So I'm just going to point out that you have the moon and it says it changes your life. There is something definitely happening here in the home space for some of you. Okay, so the thing you've been seeking information, knowledge, and information on is the card of the home. So there is something. Okay, so the blue jay has just shown up. They're very aggressive. And I don't know why they decided to suddenly find my bird feeder, but I'm not enjoying it. They scare everybody else off. But there's something about the way they came in today. Well, actually yesterday. I feel like there's a message. And earlier this summer when the cardinals were coming in during your readings, I felt like that was for you. I feel like this is for you too. And it's the female. And so there's something about this receptive energy, being able to receive, but also because it's around nurturing in the home, it's going to be important for you. And I don't know if this has anything to do with this reading, okay? This just feels like another message that's coming through. There's something that's really important about you receiving the care and the nurturing that you, so this may not have anything to do with this, okay? But I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. And what I'm hearing is for those of you who have health concerns, for those of you that have health concerns and you are trying to get some information, some guidance, you need to be more aggressive about receiving the information and the guidance that you need. That's just a sidebar that came in with it. She's already left, but she brought that message to you. Okay, so you have the butterfly, which is all about a beautiful change. You have the moon, which says change in your life. So it's a beautiful change that is happening in your life. There's something here that is definitely has to do with this commitment energy. So, and then you have the card that says change is natural, good, and yes, it can hurt. Okay. So when the caterpillar breaks down in the cocoon, it completely dissolves and rearranges everything that's going on inside there to recreate something new. So again, we're talking about maybe your career, most likely, but it could be anything in your life, but it may impact your career. So, I mean, if it's a health, it could be impacting your career. But there's something here, but we have the ring of commitment, right? The ring of commitment says a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. So again, it doesn't, I feel like it's got to do mostly about work, especially since career showed up here. And we have the parrot, which is someone will gossip about all of your secrets. And so I feel like it's people talking crap behind your back, all of your secrets. So who have you let in on the idea that you're looking for a new job? They may let the cat out of the bag before you want to. You have the black cat, lost magic, atonement, and rebalance. It's the harvest. It's the cutting away. It's the eclipse energy. It is the letting something go. The atonement means, so if you get called out on something, being real honest right away, accepting responsibility for what it is that you have said or done, and making atonement for it, right? Doing what you can to address the situation, whether it is a personal situation or like you messed up something with a client or something like that. Just owning up is going to be really important, because that allows you to bring the thing back into balance, the situation back into balance, and allows you to do what you want to do, because this is going to be the doorways. We have the doorways here. There's a storm. Rainbows are showing out of a couple of them. And so you have choices and decisions coming up, but they're very healing opportunities. And again, just in case it's a health situation, you may have more than one path to take, and you need to be a little more aggressive in making sure that you receive the care that you need. But we have this change. It may be that it's too much at wherever, and about a year ago, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, whatever, you were like, I don't know. Because when we have at the center of the reading the dice, it's risky. And that means it's a change, right? Because we don't really know what's going to happen when there's a change. We can't really see the direction that everything is going. We could do the best we can to try to figure it out. But mostly what we have to do is listen to the call of our heart. And we have to make choices and decisions based on what, with all the information that is available to us in this moment and really resonates in our heart space. And Venus has just spent 4 months in your sign trying to help you to see that you are worth more. You have more value than maybe you give yourself credit for. I feel like someone has kind of like held you down. It felt a lot during that time like someone has like been standing on your throat, and you're feeling like pushing off that energy. So whether it is a boss that won't, like you hit the glass ceiling and you can't get any further, or that's what it feels the most like. Okay, so for many of you, it was just that I can't get to where I want to go. I can see it, but I can't get there from here. But here's this rainbow bridge that you could take, this opportunity to make a change, to heal, to create the change that you want to see. So you always had the wings to fly is what I just heard when I picked this up. So the butterfly says a beautiful change. This blue that of her wings, that's your truth. That's resonating with what is true for you. And there's this card here of the going along to get along. Except that I want to say, okay, so she is moving with the swans. And swans also are about change, right? The story of the ugly duckling. She's being accepted by them. She's moving with them. And so if you're afraid of not fitting in where it is that you're going, they're moving forward, right? And so if you are worried that you aren't going to fit in, that this change isn't going to benefit you, I think you're wrong. I hope you go for it. Because here, how do you transform your situation? You have the star. This is following the dream. This is having the hope. And this is really hanging on to it, because the obstacle here has been the tower. And the tower in Lenormand is different than in Tarot. Here it's safety, it's security, it's having a greater vision. But when it shows up as the obstacle, it's almost as though you're afraid to leave the ivory tower. You're afraid to leave where you feel safe and protected, where you know how much your income is going to be. You know, for some of you, this might be an entrepreneurial opportunity. When you really want to make this change, there was something that you been working on, but when do you take the leap? When do you take the jump? But it could be that someone's already talking about it here, right? And so there's a need for you to make a real commitment to your dreams and your goals. In the area of resources, we have this feminine energy, and she's naked. But see the red? Her robe is open, it's red. She feels safe and secure, and she's allowing the light in. She sees the opportunity. She knows that there is more out there. And that golden light that she's looking at, it's this. It's the wishing well, right? It's the wishing well. And so in the area of resources, what are the dreams? What are the goals? What is the North Star that you want to follow? Because here you have the card of luck and the action to take. So I feel like a break comes along, and it may not feel like it, right? Right? Change doesn't always feel good is what they said. Which card was it? Change is natural, good, and yes, it can hurt. And I feel like here somebody outs you about something, and it's like, okay, well, now I guess it's time. You may suddenly find yourself unemployed, but that's okay because you've been working on something else. Or you get a better job, a better opportunity. And so I think it becomes really important for you to take whatever changes, either ones that you choose for yourself, that you've been wanting to choose for yourself, or ones that are being brought to you in what may feel like a tower moment, even though that's not the tower here. But it's the same kind of idea of being safe and secure. Only this one, you're standing in the safety, and it's holding you back. And so allowing yourself to set yourself free, to roll the dice. Because here, this birdcage, in what has been draining your energy, the door is open. It's been open. But since it's draining your energy, I don't know that you opened it exactly, or you were trying to hold it shut even though you could see the writing on the wall. Big change. In your heart space, though, we have the magnifying glass. And what is this magnifying glass focused on here? Let me see. On the heart card. Oh my God. So it's on the heart card and the tree card. Okay, so in Lenormand, here we have the heart card, and here we have the tree card, and it's focusing on this, right? It's magnifying it. So in the heart space, what do you want to grow? And it's in the heart space, which is truly beautiful. It's a bonus card, so I just kind of want to see what Ciro Marchetti had. It's number 44, which is an angelic number. You're being angelically guided toward this change. I'm sorry for my voice. I've been sick, which is why there were no videos. So, but when I checked with Spirit to see who was first, it was you. So, I am the card that suggests to you to take a closer look or two. If you did not get clarity from an earlier view, I can provide more focus and a perspective on what is new. So, the truth. Go into your heart. Where's that blue? What is actually true for you? Take a closer look at what is important to you, what is of value to you, and what do you really want to do? Because here we have a puppy. Usually with the dog of loyalty, you have an older dog. We have a puppy. So this is learning loyalty. He's carrying a red leash and a ball to play with. And so safety and security, but willing to play a little. I want to say that this risk that you want to take, it requires paying attention to the detail. It feels like a calculated risk. It feels like a calculated risk. Don't tell anybody. I don't know if I'll be pulling these cards for everybody else. I just want a little clarification on this. This is the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reed. The rest of the cards I use will be in the description box below. So, I do want to invite you over to Facebook, where I do the astrology every day. You have a lot of cards. Where I do the astrology every day. And also to hit the subscribe and notification bell, because I'm making some changes to my channel. And the best way to know when you get videos will that be that way. So the answers are going to be in your heart. You have the sacred pool that came with the coming to life. And if you will notice up here, the star, the dream, the goal, the wish, it touches him and it starts to lighten him up. And so this is as above, so below. This idea that you have, bringing it down into the ground, this connecting with your higher self will bring to life whatever this goal, this dream is that you have. And it is a goal or a dream. We have the field of dreams. We have the wishing well. And the field of dreams, there's up here, it's hard to see. We have a full moon. I love that. But there's also the spirit, the like this energy of the grandmothers, your guidance, watching over you as you nurture and you grow these ideas. We have the dragon's lair that came with the field of dreams, which to me really looks like this tower, right? Only it's frozen. You are always protected and divinely guided. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You are about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully. So make sure you're taking a real check-in with your heart space all the time. It is a bit of a risk, right? But you also have people talking crap about you, and that's something to really be aware of. The path you are now on is one that will challenge you to the core, right? It will challenge you. Change is natural, good, and yes, sometimes it hurts. So it's a little bit of a difficult path that will allow you to actually stand in your truth and be able to fly. Knowing that you will be challenged. Let me try this one more time. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel when you enter a new relationship. I was thinking of a roller coaster, to be honest, when I started to read that. So there you go. Knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is greater value in risk. Oh my God, there is greater value in risk-taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are being waiting to be discovered. Look, the challenge that you've been facing is standing still, feeling safe and protected. If you really want to live life, then go for it. That's what it feels like. Set your sails and move in a new direction. I do think for many of you this has mostly to do with career. But it's some kind of a commitment that I think you're making to yourself. If you're retired, you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, career. But maybe you have a new idea, something you want to do in your community, right? And it's a little risky, right? Will people look at you like you're strange, or what are you doing, right? And so I just want to one more. I don't mind going a little bit into 20 minutes. I just want to check out what Ciro Marchetti says here, because Yeah, unison, common goals, shared values, at one with others. It is probably not love that makes the world go round, but rather those mutually supportive alliances through which partnerships recognize their dependence on each other for the achievement of shared and private goals. This is about a sense of belonging. It says, be wary of becoming just one of many. At some point, their actions, their directions, and their pace may not be yours. Where they are leading may not be the best path for you. You're at some sort of a major inflection point here, and it feels a little risky, but I feel like it's time to set yourself free. All right? Wow, good luck with all that. Love to know what's going on. If you'll leave me a comment, that'd be awesome. And leave a comment because I do a free reading once a month. I pull from the comments section. I randomly select people, so get yourself in there. All right, you guys take great care, and I'll talk to you again soon.